So good morning. I'm doing a tour with Mr. Dennis Keane again, and right now we're near the Abay statue, and this is where our tour will start.
All things Abay, because he's probably the most famous of all Kazakh kind of cultural figures. He's called father of Kazakh poetry and literature. Right here, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of see that the grid is kind of down this way. That's the golden corridor where we're walking today. But up this way it tends to kind of open up a little bit.
Yeah.
The blocks are a lot bigger. There's a huge kind of concrete, Soviet-style concrete square up there. Financial district is up here. Shopping malls is up here. So everything kind of newer is up that way.
Yeah.
And everything kind of older down this
that
way.
way.
So that's why we're going downhill today. We're going to be weaving our way down this way. Called the Ministry of Geology.
Yeah, it looks very Soviet.
Looks very Soviet. This is what we call brutalism in America. Right? It's
like
pretty
impressionism,
brutal.
Brutalism, yeah.
But here they call it late Soviet modernism. So this is what they're building in the late 70s and the 80s. Now in Almaty there's a kind of problem because you have a lot of these government buildings that no longer serve a purpose because so many of these ministries were moved to Austin, right?
That's right, yeah.
So it's kind of this constant story of reinvention. So this is now an office building, and they just rent out the different offices to different companies. And it goes down below the ground. There's this babushka sitting down there with crystals and geodes and stuff. Abay was standing on top of a big chunk of this. We're going to see it on all the fountains. We're
What
going to
is
see
it
it on
called
all the facades. Kodaiski granite. Kodai granite. So this is Abay a few hours outside of Almaty. And they used it everywhere to kind of make it feel like the city's kind of rising out of the mountains, you know, to make it have this kind of organic feel. And so these limestone panels are used everywhere in Almaty. There's thousands of buildings built with this akushishnik, including the Hotel Kazakhstan. You wouldn't know looking at it, but there's millions of seashells speckled up that building. Pushkin has a kind of nebulous connection to Kazakhstan because he came to my wife's city of Uralsk for 3 days during his lifetime, and they were like the greatest days in the history of Uralsk. So there's Pushkin Street, Pushkin Square, Pushkin Museum, Pushkin statues everywhere.
Yeah,
he was writing this book, Kapitanskaya Doshka. So one of the characteristics of the Stalinist style is this massive scale. And we can see more of this nice Kazakh ornament around the doors and along the roofs. And so this is, this was kind of one of the last hurrahs of the Stalinist architecture in the city. After that, they kind of switched over to the Khrushchev style modernist architecture.
We're near the Zodiac Fountain, and it's really interesting that they have Eastern Zodiac, but it's not Chinese because they've got snow leopards and snails. I guess it's probably more of a Kazakh thing. It's very interesting.
Yeah. He was the first secretary of the Communist Party.
I call him the proto-Nazarbayev because he was in power for 20-something years.
Yeah. And Nazarbayev, how long has he been?
Well, since 1989. Yeah.
Nazarbayev's been, wow.
Yeah, so here, when you see these designs here, those are kind of like abstracted ram's horns. Yeah. And as far as I understand, behind there was a parking garage along this first floor. Here you've got famous politicians, generals, kind of the elite of the system.
This thing was called Mark.
So he wrote kind of the Kazakh novel called Abay, The Path of Abay. So it's actually all about Abay, the kind of a fictionalized account of his life.
The Russians still call it Almaty.
Yeah, a lot of people still call Almaty just out of habit. Yeah. And the Kazakh pronunciation, Almaty, is not that different. Yeah, it's Almaty, Almaty. Yeah, so this is the best preserved mosaic in the entire city and one of the oldest from 1965. These see these dark blue lines, these are like the divisions between the different panels.
Yeah.
And different panels are different scenes. So this is like kind of the opening scene, the kind of meet and greet between the two main characters, Yennik and Quebec. So he is red, okay, and he's competing for her love. Now here's blue guy. Blue guy is the rival.
Yeah.
So
Bad guy kind of.
in the next scene, the bad guy, his friends are trying to kind of convince him to go steal her heart. Now, already here we have the climax. So red guy and blue guy are battling.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh no, boys, no, no!" Now look at the colors.
Maybe she's praying for the.
I think she likes red guy.
Yeah.
Look at the blue guy.
She didn't have the red outfits.
Yeah, he's not really good
But she's got
looking.
pink hands, the blue hands. So she's a mix of both.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Now here's blue guy. Here's blue guy's sword. Okay.
So I have broken.
I don't think blue guy prevailed because then look here. Here's a puddle of blue guy. So
Oh.
and red guy with the girl in the end. So it's a nice little narrative arc. And all of this is kind of being told by this guy in the middle. He's playing the Zomba, and he's kind of singing this tale.
The Silk Road.
That's very good.
This
Very
was
detailed.
this was a newer one, so it was made in 2004 by the same guy who designed the Zodiac Fountain, Vladimir Dovizhev, and he's still around. I've actually got to believe him. And so you got the Silk Road running here, right? You got the Scythian flying snow leopard there, soaring over it all. I think you probably recognize some buildings from over here. Got
That's the
Hotel Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
This is the Palace of the Republic underneath it.
Yeah.
At first, I actually thought this was the Central Mosque, but Vladimir told me that this is the Central State Museum. So the Central State Museum actually has some kind of domes on it. So here we got a map of the Silk Road, right? Going from the Great Wall over here, and we've got these kind of iconic structures. Lhasa, Agra.
So where is the end of Silk Road? I mean, is there an official end?
There's no official beginning or official end because it wasn't really a single road.
Right.